waiting on me. Hi, Mart. Hi, Mart. Hi, Morris. Come here, guys. Hi, Stripey. Hi. Come here, everybody. Come here. Hi. Who's coming? Come on, Marty. Morris, come on. Good morning, Morris. Good morning, my sweet boy. Hi. Good boy. You could come up, Marty. Marty could come up. Stripes at my ankles. Okay. Hi. I looked at the hummingbird feeder this morning and went, oh God, I just don't feel like cleaning it. I'm sweaty and it's hot and we got to leave. And then I thought to myself, I can't get the camera down any lower. But Sam did it every day for me, you know, every other day while I was gone, every other day. And I got to do it because Sam did it. I got to do what I'm supposed to do. So, I got it all cleaned up. Everything's looking good. It really is. I mean, there's a little stress on some stuff, but that's totally drought related. So, I've picked back up where Sam left off. That rain right when we got home was super appreciated because it gave me a chance to do all the other things that I was behind on and get ready to take back over the yard. So anyway, we'll be leaving here in a bit for the track. So Don thought we might take Robot today.
Yeah.
Hey Grok, navigate to NC car.
Way cool. Way to go, Grok. Good job.
Navigating to NCC Car Inc., the North Carolina Center for Automotive Research in Garysburg, 114 miles away, about 1 hour 49 minutes. Let me know if that's the right one or if you meant somewhere else.
Yep, that's good. Thank you. Yeah, it's really closer to 2 hours. Don thought we'd hop up there and be back in 3 hours, and I was like, yeah, probably not.
What's the round trip? I don't have my
Minus 17.
Okay.
So we will need to supercharge.
Right. We'll
or get some charge at the track or something.
Something.
Yes,
right.
We're a little short on getting back home. Yep, we can go. I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, it feels good to sit down in the car.
She's been going all day. I, on the other hand, have been doing computer stuff. Social media.
Well, I was all worn out, hot and sweaty after I cleaned the hummingbird feeder, and Don carried it back out front for me, so that was appreciated. I was just like, oh God, if I got to go back out there one more time in the heat. It's not horrible today either. No, it's just North Carolina summer heat stuff. Not extreme today, but it's bad enough.
Yeah, you don't want to be out there. And the humidity is inching up. It's not low, but it's not, you know, oppressive either.
If you missed yesterday's video, Kyle is loaning me his Osmo Pocket 3 while I send mine off for service. I've got until July the 6th. Well, I've already created the case number and got the mailing label, and my intention is to mail it out Monday. Or possibly if UPS is open for drop-offs tomorrow, I might take it tomorrow. But I doubt they move much until Monday. So anyway, yeah, the button that started giving me trouble in Colorado totally failed when we were at the Space and Rocket Museum, and so I can't move the lens up and down. Although if I close it up and reopen it, the angle of my hand can cause it to go up and down a little bit, so I have utilized that a few times. But anyway, and we also bought a DJI Mobile 8 that was delivered yesterday, that was delivered this morning, and that's for use with the phone.
Yeah.
But I spent, I'm gonna say 45 minutes with Grok trying to figure out the easiest way to offload files off the iPhone. And what, Johnny? Oh yeah, there was a gray Juniper in there. The other gray, not our sort of silver gray. Anyway, It's a lot like the Stealth Gray, but I don't know if that's what it's called. The Stealth Gray that was on the Y, but I don't know if that's the exact same gray or not. Anyway, I mean the classic Y color. Anyway, moving files from the iPhone to my MacBook is not as straightforward as one would think. I'm aware of 5 different ways to do that now, and none of them are fantastic. If they get backed up to iCloud and then I want to download them, then that's regular internet speed, and our internet at the house is, you know, is not fiber level speed, I guess. It's good speed. It's good speed, but it's not good for moving 40 or 60 gigabytes around super fast. That's all. That's not, you know. And then I can use the Photos app, but because I had optimization turned on at some point, a lot of the photos and videos on my phone are not original resolution anymore. So in order to turn that off but not delete stuff on the phone, it wanted to download more than I have space for, and my phone has 2 terabytes. So that was kind of a thing. What do you need it to do, Donnie?
Nothing.
What can I help with?
Well, I was going to stop somewhere and wash your window.
Oh, it is a little
But I was going to hit work, but I fumbled.
okay. Don looked like he needed help, so I stopped talking for a minute to help. And then there's this other app you can open up on the Mac and on the iPhone, and you can try to transfer stuff through that. And that's only showing 8,000 of my files. And again, that's probably because of that matching stuff, because there's like 124,000 files on my phone, photos and video. Most of them are photos. I don't shoot too much video with the phone. And I've had to actually delete some of them on the previous phone to make space. So anyway, I just almost totally gave up on that. But I need, I don't know if we'll see Kyle today or not. I think they have an event. It's a Saturday. He's probably busy. We certainly don't mean to interrupt him. We're getting the camera from Comp over on the Scoots channel. And, but if I have a chance to speak with him or Timon, either one, about what their workflow is for getting their, because, you know, they shoot with the iPhone. That's all they shoot with. And it's like, God, spare me, please. I need an SD card or something I can cable up that's really easy, but that just wasn't working. So anyway, we pulled over at the library. Don saw my window was really streaky, and he knew I was filming, and he wanted to fix it for me. I didn't ask him to do that. And anyway, when we pulled up, it's much better. One more time with the dry side. Well, it's good. It's good. There was a mom and her 3 kids came out of the library, and they got all excited to see the Cybertruck. And now I think there's a second mom and her kids, and they're back there talking to Don. So if you want to delight some kids, show up with your Cybertruck at your local library where there are a lot of kids, and that'll probably go over pretty well. So we've added a stop at our Target to go in and buy a thumb drive, because, you know, Dawn did great when we got home and washed the truck. See, it's all nice and clean. There's no bugs on the front. He used a magic eraser on it a little bit. Worked well. And he was, you know, the truck is nice and clean, and I super appreciate him doing that. I never made it out there to do my inside part, and Dawn did a quick once over on the inside even for me too. But
yeah, I blew it out with our little handheld blower, and I wiped all the door jams and stuff with a wet cloth.
Yeah, so you won't get dirty getting in and out of the car. I hate it if I go to get in and out of a car and it looks like you can't rub up against it, or you'll be dirty.
That solved that problem.
Yeah, so anyway, he put the really nice, came with the truck, thumb drive. Put thumb drive in his
anywhere.
In his shorts watch pocket.
That's right.
And then he threw them in the wash with one of the loads of laundry I was doing, his shorts. And it got washed, and then I didn't know it was in there, and he didn't either, and I did a second load of laundry, and it was down in the bottom of the washer. I did hear a ding or two, and I was like, what did I put in there? But I went on with my life and never bothered. Well, at that point, it was all soaped up and everything for a second time anyway, so.
Yeah, I think we did an extra rinse, too. Let's just be full.
That's true.
But we didn't do steam or anything hot water.
And it didn't go in the dryer. It didn't go in the dryer. But yes, so Dawn took it out to the garage and put it in a bag with desiccant because we got a lot of desiccant lying around because of the 3D printer filament and trying to keep it dry.
Yeah, we have fresh desiccant that we buy in bundles, and they're kept in a vacuum pouch. So I opened up the bundle of desiccant. There's like 30 desiccants in there, and I dropped it in there and re-vacuumed the bag. So it's in there at, you know, vacuum pressure below atmospheric, so that makes the water evaporate quicker.
And anyway, then this morning Dawn and I didn't think about trying it in the truck to see if it will work. We're not expecting it to. So the short story, which is now a long story, is we're headed to Target to buy a thumb drive because I've already tried to save the dash cam one time with the cute kids back behind the truck. I went to hit it and I'm like, oh my God, it's an X. And Dawn's like, oh my God, I didn't test it. And then, so.
I know the folks at the library that, so we did the library because it's on the right side. It's easy in, easy off, out on our drive. The way we're going, that's it. Everything's on the left. And it's Saturday and there's a fair amount of traffic. So anyway, Mary said, oh, well, let's just stop at the library. And I told her I'd do her window. And so that's where we stopped. But that was, and so we were at the library and these kids were just ooh and ah, and it was actually 3 sets of kids commented on the Cybertruck. And so I said, we really missed that. But so Mary Ann said, oh, we got the dash cam. And so she went to hit and she said, oh no, we don't have the dash cam. I said, oh crap, I forgot to take the thing out of the desk. So it's all on me. So we're gonna stop and buy a thumb drive.
Yeah. We did not have to be at the track at any particular time. So we will update comp with our ETA once we know what it is.
Yeah, but you see, if we would have just said, if we hadn't have stopped at the library, we wouldn't known that we would have needed the thumb drive. And then if we would have thought about Target, to stop at the Target to do the windows, because it's on the right side of the road, and it's the correct direction going and coming. So this would have been the ideal spot to start with, but we wouldn't have known we would have needed the thumb drive.
Yes. So, I'm not sure if we just made a legal right turn or an illegal right turn.
I wasn't paying attention.
I know you weren't. The truck is driving. I got confused as we went through the light because it was green straight, but it said right turn signal over to the right, and that light was red. So if the forward light is green, can you ever not make a right turn?
No idea.
I don't know. That was weird.
I've never seen...
I would hit the dash cam so we could watch it, but I think we've established that I can't do that right now.
That's right.
Pray for us that they have a thumb drive in here that we can use for today. You need to park, or you're letting me hop out to go buy a thumb drive.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Sure, that's fine. That's fine. They had exactly 1 thumb drive.
Exactly 1.
Exactly 1.
Our thumb drive.
Yes.
That's sweet. I'm liking it.
It's formatted, and we now have a dash cam.
It's 128 gig, 3.1. And it was blue. I saw the multiple pins in there, so it really is a higher speed thumb drive. The 2. USB 2s probably will work, but they make USB 3 and 3.1 now. Oops.
Well, the truck handled that, and the people, and the carts, and it handled it.
Now, I think it should go out that way, where that car over there is, instead of through the roundabout, but I can be wrong.
I don't know.
It's going to go through the roundabout. That's fine. Okay, this is stop sign.
Yeah. But there's eventually going to be out parcels over there. We'll have to see if
there's an exit to the road. And
I'm not sure if there is or there isn't. I've only been through the circle
looking for this red. Oh, that was at this,
once or twice.
That was at the traffic light up here where it talked about the no ride on red.
Right.
Or there was a red turn signal or something.
Right, going straight. So that car ended up over here. I think they went down and did, well, no, but there's a stop sign over there where it looks like there's an out, but that car, or a car, ended up coming back over here to get out. Well, we'll see in a minute. Anyway, there's 2 straight and 1 right turn signal up there.
Yeah, I see it.
And the right turn signal was red, but the 2 straight were green. And that's what I asked, can straight ever be okay and right not be okay? And I don't, surely we don't have, so there you can, the answer is you can come out over here. You can, if you need to, come out over there. This is the set Michelle and I got together at the Lego store when we were out in Colorado. I'm going to put it together. It's 253 pieces. Book 1 is the pink flower pot, and book 2 is the bright green flower pot. And we got 45 minutes to the track, so I'll probably get it finished in that amount of time. I'm determined to do some Lego today before anything else. I fed Dawn our snack here in the car, which was some of that Neiman Ranch smoked pork.
It was really good.
And we had some leftover Colby cheese slices from that Lowe's Foods we stopped in, God, whatever city that was.
Hickory.
Yeah, Hickory. The last supercharger stop of the day when we got a little something to eat. So anyway, I have messaged back and forth with Kyle, and we are going to go see him and Scott over at the farm. After we pick up the camera at the track. Kyle is not at the track today, taking a much-deserved day at the farm. Good for him. Well, we're going on 1:30 and we're here pulling into the track. We've made good time and no problems. And well, compliment us here at the gate on his e-bike.
Yeah.
We talked about maybe meeting up in the fall when the weather breaks over at the Neuse River Trail, Meow Plantation, and do it. You know, maybe I'll get out my Rad 4 bike, and maybe Dawn would try one of their bikes, etc., etc. So yeah, there's the deal.
Yeah.
Yep. Dawn's seeing if it's got charge or not.
It's got the green light.
Yep.
Yeah, it's blinking. The green light, that's what it does.
Okay. All right, cool. So Dawn made a really interesting observation the other day. When you're looking at the long list, you get the close-up map. And when you're looking at the short list, when you're looking at the long list, you get the long map. And when you're looking at the short list, this being the list, you get the short map. But anyway, I wanted to point out that when you're coming into the supercharger, if you press on the details for the supercharger, this is where the view site map is now. And you get to see what's charging where. It's pretty cool. And I do think that it might show a different Tesla depending on what you're driving. So when we're plugged in, we need to look at this and see if we see a Cybertruck, or if we see, you know, a sedan.
So can you pick one of those slots? Can you pick one over here?
You want the one down on the end, basically?
Yeah.
I think you can, but not this far away.
Not this far away.
I think we'll find out in a minute. Yeah. Since we don't know for sure, we'll learn. We'll learn.
Because I believe this is the canopy side.
Yes. Well, this is the canopy. Here's the roof, the road. This is the trailer parking. So this is out in the open, and this is the canopy.
All right. I want the SART closest to the building, and
in the shade. In the shade. You're parking close today, huh? Okay.
Right. I don't want to get.
It's 90.
Yeah.
It is 90 out there,
and it's plenty of sun.
Yeah, I thought Comp looked quite cool on the e-bike, considering he was out there in the sun and on top of the asphalt. He did offer us to come in. There's an extreme event today, and they've got some really neat cars in there. But we'd rather go hang with Kyle and Scott at the farm for a bit before we head back to Fuquay. So I did finish the plant pots right as we were pulling up to where Comp was waiting at the gate. And the flowers, but they're meant to be sit a little crooked, and the flowers just drop in. They're not attached, which is fine. So easy to swap out and build other flowers to put in with the way that they've made this work. Down into that hole. Both of them have that hole. But I can't take a good picture while I'm moving because it just wasn't working out. Don pointed out, hey, I think you can catch those flowers. Yep, sure did.
There's a model Y.
Yeah, there's a Y in front of us, but of course we are coming up on the outlet, on the, the exit for the charger, so. So Don broke his streak, probably about 8 miles short of the confetti. I don't know exactly how many it was, right before, pulling up to the gate. It's fine. It's really fine. We're still at over 96%, and that's even with some real driving during our off-roading and Pikes Mountain trip. Parts of the leg, it's all good. But yeah, so I don't know if the site layout is going to let us choose or not. We haven't had a chance to get caught up on Tesla videos. Okay, so it brought us in the undesired entrance. And you have park and charger. I don't know why it brought us in that entrance instead to go to the Tesla Super. It's probably going to take us to the old chargers in the Cybertrucks. What it's going to do. It's supposed to have gone over there. It's supposed to be a one-way thing. That's 2 ways actually. But
let's see which way it's going to turn now. No. All right.
All right, it put on the turn signal to go to the old chargers.
Yeah.
Well, if it would have just let us press on the one we wanted that was available,
yeah, so,
even if it had just gotten us near the one that we wanted.
Right. 5.
Yeah, and not letting us choose. I thought about making my coffee here, but I'll make it at the farm. Can't let down the tailgate at this supercharger. Yeah. Most of the ones we were at, even the version 4, we were able to drop the tailgate, but here you're not going to drop the tailgate.
Although I pulled all the way back, there's plenty of slack this time.
Yeah, well, it's hard to know.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, it's just a little different than the supercharger before.
Well, that's how I'd like it like that over there.
Yeah, but that's full sun at 90 degrees, so we didn't go over there. I had forgot to add home. Home was currently 7%, so we'll be here not more than another 5 minutes. The Cybertruck just passed us with the business wrap on it. Fuller Lux Medical Supply or something like that. Had red wheels.
Yeah,
wheel covers nice on it that went with this white and red wrap. Pretty neat. He wasn't at the supercharger, no, but we just ran into him out here on 95.
Yep.
So to get to the farm, you basically head west through Lewisburg. Keep going a bit, and then when we leave, we'll drop back down into Raleigh, and work our way back over to the house. But it's a nice non-interstate back road U.S. highway situation here, so that's nice. Well, since we watched the full farm video, we knew where we were in the right place. To make friends with Monty, best horse ever. Hi, bud. Yeah. Hi. Ah, the Pebble is still here. I saw that Dad's father and his mom made some videos with it. We'll call it Hotel Kyle. They can pick their field. I was teasing Kyle about the hotel, and just you can advertise it that you can come spend the night with the horses, and you can pick your field. You can fit. Right. You could just pick your spot.
Move, you just remote control up with them.
Exactly. Leroy, hi. Hello. I know. I should give you some attention. Hi. When I go home, are my kitties gonna know what to think? Are my kitties gonna know what to think? Hi. You have a heart on your side. Can I get it?
In February, say, hey, come pick it up.
Right.
I just wasn't really ready.
We can tell this is not our Cybertruck because there's no green tow hook covers on the front, but we can print you a set. It's gonna go get me the quote-unquote new camera because I just can't shoot not being able to point down. It's not working.
Yeah, hold it forwards for a second. Yep, hold it. There we go. Now she's on. Throw it in reverse first with your foot on the brake. And then you can, that's neutral. There you go. And then pull the parking brake off, and you got yourself a Mitsubishi I-Move.
I moo. That's good. I'm going to peek inside of it.
Have a peek.
I know it's got fabric seats.
Yep.
It wouldn't be the Kyle Connor weekly mobile without the drinks, right?
Oh yeah, always cup holders are always full around.
Well, I don't know how I would feel about it sitting in it for a long time, but it looks nice.
They're
nice.
very comfy.
Yeah, it looks nice.
The only problem is no cooled seats.
Yeah, nope, not perforated. So what else is different?
Nothing really. The sound system's a little bit reduced, but unless you're
Less
listening,
speakers.
yeah, but you won't notice it unless you're really jamming out. I mean, it sounds very similar.
Not in the car with Dawn.
Right. So that's about it. And then
Obviously the suspension and some other
suspension's the biggest thing.
Mechanical parts of the truck, right? But
just suspension, same motors. So same dual motor, same dual locker, same range more or less. No different there. Same battery. You will notice back
no
here,
light track, no light along the side.
but they do have lights in them. Just
yeah,
not the full
just
light
not
track.
the full light.
And also no underfloor storage.
Oh, the vault is gone.
Yep. So this does
Okay.
not lift up, which is a weird thing to remove.
Well, I wonder why it's a cost savings. Someone at Tesla would have to tell me how that saved money on decontenting the truck.
I mean, I can't imagine it saved all that much.
Okay.
Everything else is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Same FSD, same everything else. For $59K, you just can't beat it.
Right.
At $69, maybe it's worth the extra 10 for the suspension. Is my view for what we need, because I've now towed at maximum and put maximum cargo in here.
Right.
And it squats quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
But most people probably don't use the trucks to the maximum capability. This is comfier and smoother than the air suspension truck.
Okay.
So it's good, better for daily driving.
I'm going to sit in it. And the wheels are a little different.
Wheels are bad.
The wheels are different. They're not, are they Hankook?
No, they're Goodyear Territory RTs, I believe.
Yeah, it says Wrangler. Territory HT,
HT.
Goodyear, and it says Wrangler. Just what I want, Jeep Wrangler on my Cybertruck, not.
Should be the same tire that you have on yours, no?
No, it's not. We got, don't we have Hankook?
I don't know.
I think we do.
Okay.
It's either that or the road. I'm getting the ones confused on the Y. All right, well. Yeah, I mean, sitting up here, it sits the same.
Yeah, pretty much is. No different.
Cool. Let's test out the quote-unquote new camera with Monty. Hi, bud. Hi. Hi. You're so sweet. See, I've just never met an animal I didn't like. Kona even came up to me and sniffed me like it was okay. You've got such a pretty braid on your hair. Such a pretty braid. So they've been putting up fence posts out here today to split up the pasture. Divide it a little differently. Let me see if I can zoom in. Nope, just try to zoom in, Marianne. It should. Huh, doesn't want to lock in. I'll have to figure it out. Hi, Julio. He looks like Monty, but much smaller.
Come here.
Hi.
What do you have? Grass. Yeah, it's like it's bothering me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Careful, boys. Nah.
It's just because it's dinner time. They fight with each other. That was a bit extreme.
Yeah.
Well, we got a little show and got it on video.
There we go. That was crazy. What are you doing, dude?
So these covers protect from the sun?
Flies.
Flies, okay.
Yeah.
Flies without adding too much heat.
Yeah, so they will add a tiny bit of heat, but
Yeah.
I think they prefer, yeah, they definitely prefer to be here with the fly shoots.
Okay. Hey,
Julio.
is it me? I'm
No.
starting to take...
They're just all crammed up here and antsy for food.
Yeah, they thought we were coming out to feed them.
Yeah, exactly. This is Scott's horse, Titan. He's
Oh,
super sweet.
is this Titan?
This is the big boy performance horse.
Okay. Well, without Mom over here to draw your attention.
Yeah, they got all the little bridles and the brushes and the horse sprayer.
It's nice out here. That's a nice picture. Back behind Kyle, looking out over the pastures.
They got wireless cameras to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
So I put in, actually wired.
Wired.
Yeah. I ran Ethernet, power over Ethernet cameras all over the property.
Wow.
And then we can monitor wherever we are.
Sure.
And he's been putting up live streams around the barn and stuff.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been trying some live streams here or there. Eventually, once we get it all dialed in, once the Starlink gets mounted on the roof permanently, we'll have one Starlink just for live streaming.
Wow.
And there'll be a 24-hour stream. Wow. Scott's giving me a call here.
How sweet is it that I can actually rotate the eyeball on the camera again?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Really appreciate. Yeah.
No
so
problem.
these say Cybertruck and they're Pirelli Scorpion. So definitely different than the wheels on the.
Yeah.
What do we officially call that Cybertruck?
I've been calling it just the base all-wheel drive.
Base all-wheel drive.
Technically just called Cybertruck all-wheel drive. Okay. So that uses an 18-inch wheel. This is a 20.
Okay.
This is the optional wheel and tire that you can get on that one.
Okay.
Whereas the optional on this is the big all-terrain.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Which you don't want that for range.
Yeah.
And,
or comfort, I don't think.
Pretty sure those are Goodyear Territory RTs on the all-terrains. I could be totally misremembering. These are Pirelli, and then the standard one is Goodyear again. And if you're an automaker, you always want multiple tire suppliers so that if one burns down or one has an issue or a logistics problem, you can at least keep making your car.
Right. Makes
Sure.
sense.
Here's the donkeys, Robo and Waymo.
That's right. So we need to get Zooks and all the other ones. Scott's not looking forward to that. But
Aw.
this is Waymo.
Hi. Come in, Donnie, so she can shut the gate.
This one, Robo.
Oh, yeah.
Donnie, come on in so she can shut the gate.
Oh, sorry.
You're okay, you're totally fine.
It's kind of like we're at Sylvan Heights. You open the gate, you get in, you shut the gate. That's right. Just pretend you're at Sylvan Heights and you...
Walk further away from the rear of them. See,
Yeah, you don't
all
wanna
this
stand
stuff is
behind
coming
them too
back.
Hi,
All this is
buddy.
coming back
Right?
to
It
me,
comes back quickly.
Hi.
Yeah, this
So
is
did
Waymo.
Uncle Homer, help me.
Yeah, Uncle Homer, his kids,
They had horses.
there was a horse, a mule,
Uh-huh.
and 4, 5 maybe Shetland ponies.
Okay. If Don ever talks about picking okra or watermelons out of the field, it's Uncle Homer's fault.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah. Well,
It's all Uncle
I thoroughly enjoyed my summer, spending my summer with my cousins, because we were just boys out in like this. This is it.
This is how I grew up.
And then we were running around riding horses all the time. Then when they got a little older, it was motorcycles, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, had a blast.
And Waymo's really the sweetest one.
But there's not a thought in there.
No, yeah, he's
Hi.
kind of filled with acorns.
He's great because he's harmless.
Yeah.
But
Hey, bud.
Yeah, he is. pretty
Are
dumb.
you the shy one?
Yeah, but if you come up to him and just pet him between his eyes, he'll be okay.
I've got nothing for you, buddy.
Good boy, Robo.
Hi. You learning to trust people?
oh yeah.
He's
Little
working on it.
trouble.
3 weeks ago, this would never have happened.
Hi.
Kyle didn't touch him for the first 2 months.
Yeah, couldn't even
Unless
get
I
near
caught
him.
him.
Hi.
So he has a male.
Paint peeling example, not the best example. We'll get it repainted.
Okay.
2014 RAV4 electric.
Oh, okay.
If this car, or I should say, Tesla would not exist today if this car wasn't a thing. Same with the Mercedes B-Class.
Right.
This uses Tesla battery cells and a large drive unit, identical pretty much to the one that's in my old Model S that you drove.
Okay.
Has a reverse gear set basically because it's front wheel drive. And yeah, it basically uses Roadster battery cells in Model S brick configuration, so 18650s, but not actually Model S cells, they're Roadster cells. And this car saved Tesla. So pretty cool one. We have this, and we also have the B-Class from the same time.
Right, because that's when they basically made an investment in Tesla.
Yes.
They put money up to Tesla.
And they had to give them this.
Well, I have certainly never seen this version of the RAV4. Nice.
Oh, we saw Mercedes Chargers. Where?
Yeah.
Near the Buc-ee's and Kodak.
Yeah.
Kodak.
Mercedes is putting chargers all across the country.
So
They're Alpitronic, 400 kilowatt, same as Iona,
Okay.
same as BP Pulse.
Yeah, they did look like the Ionic. They were painted different.
Yeah, same as
Livery.
Walmart as well. So that charging station will become ubiquitous here.
Okay.
In Europe, that's almost all chargers that you find.
Okay.
There's also an ABB version, which is great, almost the same on specs. Just slight differences here or there, but those Alpitronic really is just capturing the market.
So they have NACS. We did those Mercedes. We
didn't go up to them. We were on FSD, and Don was already engaged.
That's right.
Yeah. So they have NACS and CCS.
Right. Okay.
So Mercedes is going through their transition. Where all new Mercedes have NACS ports.
Right.
But some older ones. But it's open to everyone.
Sure.
Some of my friends run the network. We have videos on our channel talking to their executive team. Even though they're branded Mercedes, they're open to all automakers. They're priced very reasonably.
Yeah.
And Mercedes is also one of the founding members of Iona. So not only did they do their own network, they also invested into the Iona network.
Right. Well, we charged at that Iona.
He knows.
Abilene.
I know, you went to the worst one.
You can say that, but I didn't say that on my video.
Oh yeah, it is. That's the worst Iona in the country. But it's not that bad when the restaurant's open.
Right.
Andreas and I stopped there when we took the Bolt across the country.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, and had a great meal, and it was awesome. The nice restrooms and everything.
They waved at us.
Okay. Yeah.
The guy was hand truck, but they weren't open when we were there.
Right. Sure. Yeah. 24-hour access to amenities.
Amenities is important. Yeah,
So-
Don's all in on that. Yeah.
There's actually an Iona road trip next week. If you guys feel like another adventure.
Okay, where are you headed?
We're going from Raleigh to Tampa. It's just 2 days.
Just 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
Well, you could swing in and see family.
Yeah.
If you
There
could
you
take
go.
off another week.
And yeah, should be kind of fun. So y'all can come. Our viewers are welcome to come.
Sure.
And we're gonna take the Leaf limo. We're gonna try and take the Pebble, and I
Okay.
think we're gonna take the VinFast
Wow.
because we just wanted to take some weird cars.
Okay.
We figured
Okay.
everyone else is gonna bring something normal.
I was jealous where Scott got to go along on the let's let the computers take us wherever they want to take us
yeah,
video.
if you guys were around, you would have
yeah,
course been
yeah,
there.
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But
I was
wasn't
jealous of that one.
Interesting. That
Yeah.
was crazy. Just watching them all trying
Yeah.
to leave the parking lot was
Yep.
funny.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
pretty wild. Hey Scott.
We really enjoyed our visit. Yeah, it's really nice out here. I told Scott that I love how remote. I love it. No people to deal with here.
So it got us going home.
It does have us going home. Oh
see.
God, you're gonna self-drive through the mud. Holy moly, just because we're at out of spec doesn't mean we have to go out of spec.
It did pretty good.
It did. Goodness gracious.
I think I'm the first one to self-drive out of this driveway.
I
Well, we
doubt
haven't
it.
made it yet.
I doubt it, Kyle. Kyle says he's been using FSD a lot.
but he-
Well, that's because he's got his dad's car, and you know why not. But yeah. Well, I have to say, seeing the base Cybertruck up close, I think it's a solid choice for people that that's a better price point for them, and I'll just leave it there. Woo, baby. Woo! Wee! So I made my coffee from Don's cold coffee, and then I made Don coffee.
Yeah.
And we did just have a little snack. We had leftover honey maple turkey from Sam that he had opened. But not a lot of carbs. You know, it's like one of those 1 or 2 carbs per serving sort of a thing. And anyway, we were all of a sudden going down this sort of major road, and then the truck just took us what is obviously a shortcut. So, Common Oaks Drive to Falls of the Noose, I guess, wherever that is. Because we're coming back through Raleigh now.
Yeah.
It was like a straight drop down to come back to Raleigh.
Yeah, and there's not been any traffic here, and if we just kept going on US 1, we'd have gotten some serious traffic, even on a Saturday. A lot of shopping there. Well, here's Falls of the Noose. We know where we are now.
Yep. Well, I was really impressed with that piece of land they got out there and all the hard work they've been doing. And that was a nice. I liked how secluded it was. I liked the away from it part that they've got going on. Yeah, no construction. You wouldn't hear me griping about construction going in and out of the nearby town up there. So, yeah, I'm not happy. It will not let me lower the low power mode auto threshold down below 10%. We are only 2 miles from the house. I am video editing. I am not pleased right now. I want power from my Cybertruck. It's your fault.
Yes, it
You
is.
could have charged for 5 more minutes at Halifax.
30 seconds more would have probably done it.
It's your fault.
It is my fault. I always accept it.
You guys know I'm teasing him, right? But he did have to hear me cuss. I'm editing over here and now it says, looks like your computer is offline. I guess I could switch to my phone. Maybe I got cell coverage. We're close enough to the house. I got cell coverage for the last.
Don't worry about it, sweet pea. You'll be home in
It's
about 3
making
minutes.
me inefficient. Oh, no, back in.
Fake this out.
Pull in, pull in. Well, either way really does work.
Right.
So I promised you guys that I would give you a summary of some stuff, some data points on our trip to Colorado and back. And the first one I wanted to do was how many miles we drove. The total miles was 4,097.55. I guess that's a half a mile. So we can just say 4,097 miles. It was 1,722 out there and 1,900 coming back. And we drove 474 around town while we were there, mostly concentrated to Rocky Mountain National Park, where we took the Cybertruck, and then again a couple days later to Pikes Peak, and a little bit of miles around town. So this is a picture of the calendar for the Cybertruck for June of this year. And it's a summary for each day that's a smaller snippet of what I showed in the daily videos. You know, those screenshots I show out of Tesla 5. This is a little more compact form. It does like show the icons for where we went. See if you can find the one on Wednesday when we were at the Rocket Center, the Saturn V rocket. And it shows the kilowatt hours added during the cumulative charging sessions for that day and stuff like that. But I thought I'd include it because, you know, Tesla Fi is the backbone for where all of our data comes from. And I don't usually show this view, but since this was a multi-day trip thing, I thought you might like to see it. So I know we're going to get asked about how much did it cost you at the superchargers. You know, if we had taken Ruby, supercharging would have been free, but we wouldn't have had hardware 4 and full self-driving hands-free. So we didn't, for this long of a trip, it seemed like a no-brainer that we needed a car with hardware 4 and FSD where you could keep your hands off the wheel. We paid $521.40 in supercharging, which also you got to figure we had the charge we left home with, the charge at the hotel in St. Louis, which we did have to pay $30 to park like everyone else, but we got free supercharging to 100% while there. And then Adam and Michelle gave us free charging on their solar at least twice and probably more. So all the driving around town in Colorado has set us up for leaving the morning that we left for home, etc. So I can't give you a real how much did we pay for kilowatt hour so I could compare it. But let's just say it was probably comparable to what people paid on a gas trip. And then we saved some because we got some free charging along the way. Was certainly not more expensive than gas at, say, $4 a gallon, okay? There were 547 minutes or a little over 9 hours that we spent charging on this trip, okay? But you got to realize here that Don and I had a cooler with drinks and a cooler with food in the car. And because we don't want to eat processed foods and we don't generally eat out a lot, whether we're at home or on the road, a lot of the time, you know, we were eating in the car or at the supercharger. Because if you figure you stop in twice a day for your family to eat lunch and dinner, figure some of those stops are an hour a piece. We were on the road for 8 days total. That'd be 16 hours of stopped. So 9 hours of charging to us seems like next to nothing. The longest charge was 39 minutes, and we had a lot of charges that were under 20 minutes. I'm going to just say, and Don's beside me, he can agree, we waited on the car 3 times on the whole trip, and that was like a 5 or 10 minute wait. And the rest of the time, the car probably charged a little longer than required because it took us that long to get back from the bathroom, clean the windshield, let me make my coffee and other stuff. Am I about right with the 3 times, Donnie?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that I wasn't exaggerating there. So we love this lifestyle. This is a great lifestyle. Look at, we drove over 4,000 miles, and up until I would say the very last day coming home, I didn't feel weary at all. Of course, we rested in Colorado. We weren't on the road every single day, but I don't know. It's the most relaxed I've ever arrived at a destination doing 500 miles in a given day. It really didn't seem that bad. Of course, Don was doing the driving, but I've always been a passenger, so it still felt very relaxing. We don't know about tolls yet. That's in the upper right-hand corner. The only tolls recorded for the trip so far are the day we left and are from West Virginia. So it cost us $13.50 to go through West Virginia. Maybe in a month or two, when we get all the tolls in and I can see them, I'll update you on what the tolls cost. Adam said Kansas isn't expensive, but we suspect where in St. Louis we had some more expensive tolls. We'll just have to see. I can't tell you because I don't know, because I don't have the data points yet.
So Marianne pointed out that we did get we started with a full charge at home. While at Adam and Michelle's, we charged on their system, and also in the hotel we charged, and also basically there were some places that we charged that were not supercharger rates. It was free or very low rates. So what I did is just take the total number of miles driven and the total cost of supercharging, and estimated 20 miles per gallon. I know that might be a little optimistic for a typical pickup truck, but that worked out to be about $2.55 per gallon. In other words, the equivalent cost of the electricity worked out to be about $2.55 roughly. And again, we had free charging.
Yeah, I think when we saw the $500, Don was like, gulp. But when you step back for just a minute, you realize that it was reasonable.
Right.
So we spent 6 nights in a motel. They were mostly Holiday Inn Express and Comfort Inns, right, Donnie?
Correct.
Yeah. And so it cost us just a little over $1,000. We only paid for parking, this $34.95 up here on the right, one time. All the other places had free parking. You would kind of expect in St. Louis, a big city area, to have to pay for parking. But as we said, that was safe, secure, and we got free charging at that location on a Tesla destination charger. But the point I want to make is some of these places that we stayed were not, all of them really, except for the St. Louis, Missouri one, they were not destination places. They were just sort of along the side of the highway. And we used hotels.com to pick them. And they were, most of them were over a 9 something rating. A couple of them were in the 8 something range. Our favorite one was this one in Augusta, Kansas. That was the one between the urgent care and the Walmart, and a bunch of workers stayed there, and it was really quiet, and it had great Wi-Fi, and the room was extra clean and new, and it was just nothing not to like about that hotel. So price doesn't mean anything more or less, but I guess from traveling the last time I traveled, they were just a little bit, and Don was getting me to pick while he was driving. It was just a little more than one would have maybe expected for you come and you dump your stuff and then you leave the next morning. But they all had breakfast in a pool, and I think we did pretty good, and we made the best decision we could make. And that was what the hotels cost, in case anybody was interested. Not bad, not exorbitant, but not great either. Just sort of somewhere solidly in the middle, I guess. So I had Dawn, who's just a little more fast with spreadsheets than me, help me with this one. So I went back into Teslafy, and for the FSD miles column, I just told Dawn what the numbers were. Okay. And one day in Colorado, which started on 610, we didn't drive. And another day, 613, we didn't drive much. Well, really, we didn't drive much on the 11th either. One of those was the Red Rock Day, and one of those was I don't remember, or was over to the little museum in the Lakewood area. Okay. So anyway, we added all of the FSD miles for all of the days by the total number of miles, and we got 97%. So even though we were not at 100%, particularly on the Rocky Mountain National Park Day and the Pikes Peak Day, we were still really close. And when it rounded out with the other numbers, it was all good. Then I had Dawn do the FSD miles out. That's column 3 versus the FSD miles in back home, and divide by the total number of miles just for those 8 days. And you can see that we were almost 100% on FSD, 99.41%. And all of those we documented along the way were parking issues, or my wife changed her mind about where she wanted to go next issues, or stuff like that. But really, so that was the vast majority of the trip. Very, very close to 4,000 miles was all on FSD. I thought you guys would want to know. I mean, it performed great for us.